Hi, my name is Vivian Spears. I'm the parent of a young adult son with a dual diagnosis of autism and intellectual disability. His name is Aaron. Aaron also has a diagnosis of asthma and he stutters. One day Aaron told me, "Mom, I want to work." For several years he's been doing volunteer work at a church, but he was interested in getting a job. And so I said to him, well, we need to make a visit to vocational rehabilitation services. One of the issues I had as that parent that has been so involved with Aaron in early intervention and being an advocate for him while he was in public school is that I got to this point, or I realized that he is now a young adult, and so we wanted to push independence, but yet I found myself always being in the forefront of speaking for him. And part of it was because, I wanted people to clearly hear him and clearly hear his needs. But I also realized that I needed to step back for him to be really successful and for him to gain independent skills. So one of the things that I learned, and one of the things that I really had to do upon going to vocational rehabilitation service is just kind of learn to be quiet. So when we went to VR, I just kind of allowed him to be the person, to be his own person, and to answer the questions that the vocational rehabilitation counselor had for him. There were opportunities where I had to answer some of the technical questions, but for the most part, I wanted him to be the leader of his own meeting. And I will say, as a parent, there were moments where I kind of sit there and I was so nervous and I kind of clenched my hands together because he is a stutterer, and I felt like would the counselor be patient enough to allow him to get his words out, even when there were blockings. And she did, and out of that assessment, there was a decision made that Aaron, in order for him to have successful employment, that there was a need for a communication device. So if I had not allowed him to be his own person, to just kind of share his thoughts with his rehabilitation counselor, that assessment and that need would have never came to the forefront. And so I just want to encourage families that even when your child when they may have significant disabilities or speech language issues, or maybe some behavior issues, and you feel like, well, maybe I need to be that voice, just trust them. If you really want to see independence emerge in them, just kind of step back and allow them to be the leader of their own meetings or employment or living, whatever the case may be.
Now, my name is Aaron Henderson, and I have autism and an intellectual disability and special healthcare needs. And I'm from Tuscaloosa, and I do the volunteer work in the University Church of Christ. And I've been going to VR and talking to them about me getting a job one day.